Hey, what's up, guys? Good morning. Happy Friday. Let me go ahead and set up this room real quick, and then we can get started. Market opens in about 17 minutes, so we have some time. Yeah, let me just get through with getting all this stuff right here situated. So it's July 2nd. Keep in mind today's NFP. NFP was released, but the effects of NFP linger throughout the day. So just keep that in mind if you guys are thinking about taking some risky trades. So I don't know if I'm going to trade today. If I see something good, obviously I'll take it. But if I don't see anything that's like worthwhile, I'm probably just going to sit it out. So let me just get everything set right there. All right, cool. That all sent out. The Zoom link for you guys here in the premium. All right, cool. Let's get this going over here. All right. So I think we're good for the most part. Let me go ahead and just let everybody into this room. YouTube's good too. All right, I think we're solid. Looks like we're good. Let me send out this link for the rest of you guys. Go. All right, I'm gonna let everybody make it into the room real quick before we get started. We have about 15 minutes to market open, so we got some time. No crazy rush right now. All right, cool. Morning, Peter. All right, I'm still making their way in. All right, cool. Morning, Maddie. Morning, everybody. So happy Friday, guys. It is NFP. Just keep that in mind. So if you guys are deciding to take some trades today, I recommend using possibly smaller risk, so smaller lot size, maybe half or less than that, just to just to be careful. But I mean, if you guys want to use full lot size, it's really up to you. Just keep in mind that it's going to be risky today. So let me go ahead and let everybody into the room real quick. And morning, Zachary. Morning, Matt. All right, cool. So looking at US 30 right now, it looks pretty bullish to me. On the 10-minute prices above the pivots, the trend meter is green down there. Also looking at the 3-minute, same situation. Prices above the pivots, the trend meter is also green. And lastly, on the 1-minute, prices above the pivots and the trend meter is green. So looking at all aspects here, everything looks pretty bullish, right? So our technical bias right now is bullish. We just we just need to confirm it on the fundamental side. So we'll see where it goes from here. I mean, it was pretty bearish during London session. So like right here, it dropped and then it shot up. So it looks like it's preparing for some sort of recovery. Let me go ahead and draw some zones right here just to identify where the rejection points are, so that we're not all confused when price starts to spike around from place to place. Right. So I think that's all that's really important right now. So we got that all set up. Yeah, I know, Jetta. Non-farm NFP, non-farm payroll comes out at 5:30, but it lingers all throughout the day. I'm sure you know that, right, Jetta? Because it happens all day. Like if you follow everything on NFP, the market is still pretty manipulated. It's not just when the news, because a lot of people ask me that too. They're like asking me whether they should still trade today, and I told them, it's not just at 5:30. It lasts through the entire day. So it was released, but the thing is the market hasn't opened yet. So the stock market hasn't opened. They haven't reacted to the news. So the thing is the news was released at 5:30, but the actual stock market doesn't open until 6:30. So, people aren't going to be trading certain assets until the market's actually open. That's why volatility is kind of low right now. If you follow US 30, you can see that volatility is like generally low up until market open. So like right here, it's kind of slow. And at 6:30 right here, it starts to spike, right? Because that's when the market opens. So I'm expecting some sort of spike in the next 11 minutes. It's just, we don't know where it's going to go. So I don't think I'm going to trade today, but I'll follow it. And if I do trade, I'll let you guys know. I mean, you guys will see. Yeah, Emmanuel, I got your message, but I mean, I'm on the live right now, bro. I think you're probably here, so I'm not really gonna I can play it.
So since NFP affected entirely, and today NFP made the market bias what we are looking for to be biased, because NFP USS is short up, now short up, XS short up. So since it's like a bullish bias, so don't that mean that we should? I mean, that mean that we should we should look for buys during NYSE, New York Stock Exchange open now, right? Since the
here, are you on here, Manuel or Prince? I forgot what you like to go by. Let me, so guys, like Emmanuel, he's been asking me about NFP. The thing is, you guys can't predict news, right? Just because it was bullish during the news doesn't mean it's going to keep being bullish. The reason why we think it's bullish is because the technicals here confirm it. It's not because of news. Also, we're waiting for the fundamentals. Market isn't open yet. So at 6:30, market can easily just spike down. So guys, I mean, a lot of people like to play news and stuff, and they think that, because price goes in a certain direction after news, it'll continue, right? News came out right here at 5:30. At 5:30, it just shot up. It doesn't mean it's going to keep pushing up. It looks bullish here, but it can easily just come down on market open. Because the thing is, a lot of people think that same way. They see the news and they're like, oh, it's bullish. It has to keep pushing up, right? And then as soon as the market opens, it does the complete opposite, because the market makers do the opposite of what everyone else is thinking. So just keep that in mind. Emmanuel, I don't know if you're on here. Let me just message you. Well, morning, Miles. Morning, everybody. Okay, cool. Emmanuel's there. Yeah, Emmanuel. So yeah, I mean, I just listened to your message. Basically, Emmanuel was referring to the bullish move over here. It looks bullish, right? It looks bullish because of the technical side. But look, when stuff like this happens, when it's a big push, one or two things can happen. It can continue pushing up, or it can correct back to where it was before the news. So it might even come back to here, because the news happened right here at 6:30, or 5:30. So when the market opens, it can either go back to where it was originally and then just go down here, or it'll keep pushing up. So, what I recommend is to just wait, bro. Like there's no way for you to really predict where price is going to go until the market actually opens. Market opens in 9 minutes. So you have to, just wait for that to play out. But yeah, don't, if you guys do plan on trading today, like I just recommended, I don't plan on trading today. If I see something really good, I'll take it. But, what I do recommend is, if you guys plan on trading, use half lot size or maybe even less than that. So that if you guys want to be part of the move, it'll, you can still be part of it, so you don't miss out. But you don't want to be risking like your entire account on a day like this, because the thing is, you're going to see a lot of volatility. You're going to see spikes up and down. And the thing is, you're going to need some cushion to cover any drawdown, because the thing is, it might go into drawdown and it might go to your position like immediately after. So looking at this right here, price from where it currently is to from current price to where it was before NFP, it's about 1,000 pips, right? So you're going to have a big safety net right here to basically eat some drawdown if it ends up coming down. And what I recommend as well is, if you guys are in profit, don't be scared to take profit. Today's not the day to be greedy, because price can easily shift on you at any moment. So just keep that in mind. All right, cool. Morning, Tanji. Morning, everybody. Nice, all the way from Indonesia. Cool. I wonder if Edward's here. Edward's from Indonesia too. All right, cool. So we got market opening in about 7 minutes. So, like I mentioned earlier, the bias hasn't changed. It's still bullish. So if it does close bullish, then we'll take it, Emmanuel. You'll see me, I'll mark it up here on the 1 minute. But I'm not just going to take it just, right now or right on market open. I'm going to wait for it to actually to confirm. So other than that, let me see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. All right, looks pretty solid. So we got 7 minutes left. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Today's probably going to be like mostly a question day since, I don't really plan on trading unless I see something good, then yeah, I'll plan on trading. But for the most part, nothing really here. But yeah, looking at the 1 minute, the 1 hour too, the 1 hour is pretty bullish. It has a pending buy signal there. So maybe in the next 30 minutes, if this closes, it'll probably keep pushing up higher. So there's a 1 hour, there's a 10 minute, there's a 3 minute, and there's a 1 minute. So everything looks pretty bullish so far, right? We'll see where it goes from there. I wouldn't necessarily be betting on that. I would just wait for the confirmation before I take the trade. Looking at the futures here, pre-market, everything's pretty bullish. The Dow 30 is up 69 points, S&P is up 12 points, NASDAQ's up 90 points, oil's down, and the 10-year bond is down as well. So we'll see where it goes from here. Looking at the unemployment news, I think you guys are familiar with it. You guys followed it. It was positive. So we'll see where it goes from here. All right, we got 6 minutes till market open. So in about 6 minutes, we'll see where it goes. So as you guys can see here on the 1 minute, it's starting to shift down, right? This is completely fine. If it shifts down like this, what we're looking for on open is we're looking for a bullish buy signal, like one of these green signals. And then we just need a confirmation of a bullish move. Once we have that, we can take the buy. Otherwise, we'll be waiting for a confirmation. Hey, William, morning. Morning, Kai. Morning, everybody. All right, cool. So we're just waiting for the market to open. We got 5 minutes to go. Once that happens, we'll see if we'll take this trade or not. But it does look bullish, so we'll see. We just got to follow fundamentals, and then we'll see where it goes from there. Make sure everything looks solid right here. Yeah, everything looks pretty good. Morning, Lisa. Morning, everybody. All right. So for you guys that aren't familiar with NFP is basically, they release the unemployment data and the unemployment rate. So usually like 1 week, it's the first week out of every month, like the first Friday, that's when they have NFP. And this week usually moves kind of weird, right? If you guys were following us all week, did we have any losses this week? I can't remember. I don't think we did, right? So I think for the most part, here, let me see. I have the results for you ready anyways. Let me just check real quick. For June, week 5, looks like I can't remember. If we had any losses this week, could you guys just let me know? Because I can't remember if we had a loss this week or not. I'm trying to remember because I'm putting the results together. Let me just check this real quick. Because on my current results right now, it shows that we have about 13 wins and 0 losses, but I don't know if we had a loss this week. 29th. Check real quick. Okay, on Tuesday, I think on Tuesday we had a loss for okay, that confirms. I think we had a loss for our breakout, right? Okay, so I'll update that in the system. So yeah, pretty much this whole week's been pretty good so far. For the most part, let's see, the week started on the 28th, no? Yeah, so the week started on the 28th here. Our profits for the entire week are pretty solid. These are mine. I think we had 1 loss on Tuesday, but we covered it. So that's what it was. We had 1 loss for the breakout, but then we covered it with a couple of scalps. I think it was like 1 3-minute scalp and 2 1-minute scalps. But yeah, for the most part, this week's been pretty solid. I think we just have 1 loss on that day. So yeah, it was just 1 loss on Tuesday. So other than that, the rest of my screen is straight blue. So it's it's been a pretty solid week so far for the most part. So I'll be following through with this. And I think we're good. I mean, yeah, we're good for the most part. Okay, cool. So we're still waiting for this open. Market opens in about 2 minutes. We're pretty much ready to take this trade if it does happen. If it doesn't, then I think we'll be wrapping up the week. So let's see where it goes from here. Market opens in about 1 minute. So in about a minute, we have the confirmation here for a bullish move. So the reason for that is because on the 10-minute here, we have price above the pivots, trend meters green. On the 3-minute, same situation, price is above the pivots, the trend meters green. Here on the 1 minute, price is attempting to push up, which is completely fine. We just need a bullish signal, right? We need a bullish buy signal like this right here, or like this right here, to confirm the bullish move. Once we have that, if the technicals and fundamentals line up as a bullish bias, then we'll, obviously we'll be taking the trade. So we'll see where it goes. You can see the market here is preparing to open. We got about 30 seconds till market open. I got my MT4 ready over here. Thanks, Razul and Amidi. Thanks for confirming that, because I don't want to post the wrong results and then have someone complain. So yeah, and we have 13 wins and 1 loss this entire week, but that loss was recovered with the following wins. All right, there goes that buy signal that we were looking for. Just need the market to open. We got about 3 seconds till market opens, and here we go, market open. All right. So we need this to close as a strong bullish candle with the buy signal. If this closes as a strong bullish candle with the buy signal, then we'll be taking this. So looking at the market over here, it's completely green for the most part. Looking at the daily bias right now, fundamentals are up 57 points on market open. So for the most part, everything looks pretty bullish, right? Just looking at this here, looks pretty bullish for the most part. Looking here on the daily, also bullish. Looking here at the futures, very bullish here as well, 89 points. So it looks pretty bullish to me. We're just waiting for this to close. So you can see the market is bullish, but it's still coming down, or it's just going sideways. This is normal. This is why we don't enter right away. We wait for that confirmation before before taking it. No, Donnie, where'd you get the 10 points from? It's always been 50. Yeah. So Tarnjeet just confirmed right there, it's 50. I think you got to go back and review the strategies, Donnie. I think you might be getting a lot of strategies confused, because when you ask me questions, it seems like they're, they don't line up with any of the strategies. So what I would recommend is you go back and watch the videos to confirm it, because the last thing you want to do is take, a mistake when taking any of these trades, because they're pretty distinct. Like the 1 minute, 10 minute, and 3 minute are all pretty distinct with regard to their move. So yeah, thanks RNG for confirming that. Hey Joseph, morning. Peter said, when losses are so rare, Shawn has to stroll like a madman to find them. Exactly right. All right, so looking at this here, it's bullish, right? But there's no well, it's not very bullish, but it's up 40 points. So it's technically bullish, but the market isn't really going up right now. It's just dropping. So we're gonna wait for it to slingshot up. Looking here, I mean, obviously there's no breakout entry, right? Because there's no confirmation here. It's already 632. If this doesn't come up in the next 3 minutes, like around 635, then we're not going to have a breakout entry. This whole week, there just wasn't any good breakout entries. We took one on Tuesday, which wasn't a good one, but it is NFP. So, the market is kind of moving a little funky. So, yeah, anyways, we're just waiting for this to swing up, because we never got that bullish confirmation. We're looking for the buy signal here. But on top of that, we need it to close above the pivots in this area over here. So that hasn't happened. There's no entry. But we'll see where it goes from here. Let me check the fundamentals again. It's still up about 40 points. So it's pretty bullish, but for whatever reason, price isn't going up. This is what I just mentioned earlier. It's like clear market manipulations, because a lot of people are expecting it to go up. Let's see where all of the retail traders are. Retail traders are 59% short. So a lot of them are betting it to go down. And usually what happens when this comes up right here is it'll do the opposite. For one, the fundamentals are pointing to the upside. For two, retail traders are selling. So if they're selling, what do you think the market maker is going to do? They're going to push price. all the way up because they're not going to make money until they stop all these people out. So they want to stop all of those retail traders out. You can see it's starting to push this bullish move up here. This could probably be the low that was set. So possibly hit the low there. It's probably ready to skyrocket all the way up. So we'll see where it goes. If we don't see anything here for the breakout, I mean, we're probably not going to. It's already 6:33. So we're 3 minutes in. If we don't see anything on the breakout in the next 2 minutes, then we're just going to start looking for some possible scalps. So we'll see where it goes here. But yeah, I mean, look at this right here. If this closes right here in the next 5 minutes, this is going to be a perfect snipe entry, right? Because we have the rejection off the pivot, rejection off the structure. It's going to be a solid snipe entry right there. So see that big bullish move right there? That's exactly what I said, right? I told you guys it was going to probably fake people out for the sell, and then it was going to swing back up. And that's exactly what's happening right here. So this is going to be a perfect snipe entry if it closes like that. Looking at this right here on the 1 minute, we might be able to take another, breakout if it does close strong bullish. So if this closes right there, this would technically be the breakout entry, but I don't think I'm going to take it. I'll probably wait for, or if I do take it, I'll probably enter late. I'm not necessarily going to just hop right in. All right, so no entry there. It just came back down. All right, so there's not going to be a breakout entry for us here, but you can see obviously market is going back and forth. You can see clear market manipulation here. Reason for the market manipulation is that the index is completely green. There's no reason for it to be coming down. It's up 56 points, 62 points, but it's still dropping, right? It's trying to lure people in for some sells. Because like if you're a normal trader and you don't know how to identify fundamentals or anything like that, if you mark this up right here, what would you think? You think it's in a downtrend, right? That's how they trick a lot of people who just trade price action. If you're just like a basic trader and you don't know how to, confirm other things, if you were to see this right here, you wouldn't have expected it to shoot up, right? This is basically a confirmation that it's establishing lower highs and lower lows, because we have, so for example, here we have a high, we have a low, right? Here's a lower high, here's a lower low. So what do you expect to happen here? If you're a basic retail trader, if you see this, you're expecting it to continue down, right? However, looking at the fundamentals over here, it's not going to come down because, I mean, look, it's up 57 points. It's been green since market open. So I think what they're doing here is they're just luring in more sellers. What they're probably going to do is they're probably going to keep luring in more sellers. They're going to keep pushing it down slightly. So it's probably just going to keep getting pushed down slightly, just a little slightly to keep luring people in. And then when you least expect it, it's just going to skyrocket all the way up, unless if it skyrockets from here, because we already anticipated this to possibly be the low right here, right? But yeah, we're just waiting for that confirmation. There's no more breakout entry. It's already 6:36. So there wasn't even a breakout on open. Market was pretty slow today. This is market open right here off this candle. So the range after open, it only shot up about 300 pips. And it shot down less than 200 pips. So it barely even moved at all. And we'll see where it goes from here. What I anticipate right here is that they're still trapping sellers in here, because obviously you can see the retail traders are on the short side. So you can see people are starting to chase it. You saw that it was like at 58%, went up to 59, and then now 60%. So they're basically just loading up all the retail traders for the sell here. So you can see this continue to drop further. This is why I don't trade on NFP, because a lot of manipulation happens here. They're just loading up the sells, and then when you least expect it, it's just going to skyrocket all the way back up. Thing with the 10-minute here is that, look at this big drop right here. See, what kind of happened here is like they probably trap people on both sides. What happened here was they trap people for the sell, and then when people entered the sell right here, they just shot it back up to stop them out. And then right here, they shot it back down to stop people out who shifted, right? Because if you've traded before, like if you've been trading for a while, you've probably been in that situation where you enter a trade and then it reverses on you completely, right? As soon as you enter, it reverses. And then when you try to enter on the other side, it reverses back down. And then it just keeps stopping you out in both directions. So this is why I don't trade on NFP, because there's a lot of market manipulation during this day. Look at this big drop. That's crazy. And if you look at the index over here, I mean, it's starting to drop now. But it's still, now it's -2, but it was like at 60 points. Looking at the index over here. Yeah, this is fine if it drops, but it's pretty much flat. You can see half of them are red, half of them are green. But the green ones are a little heavier. because Salesforce is up about 3.5 points, Microsoft's up 2.7, Visa's up 2 points, Apple's up 1 point. The only thing really weighing it down is Boeing. It's only down 4 points, but everything else is down less than a point. So, well, I mean, obviously, we'll see what happens here. You can see it's back in the green. See this pig wick right here? People are getting stopped out in both directions, guys. So just be careful. This is why I recommend not to trade, because you see these big wicks. People are getting stopped out because they're getting trapped. Like people enter the buy up here and then it reverses. People enter the sell right here, it reverses. People enter the buy here again, and it just keeps reversing. See these big wicks right here? Go back to the 10-minute. Huge wicks down here, right? This candle still has 50 seconds left on it. I wouldn't be surprised if it leaves even a bigger wick, because it's a pretty big wick down here, but probably in the last 30 seconds. I wouldn't be surprised if this wick ends up being like way out here, right? Because I mean, it's normal. This is pretty much textbook of like what happens on NFP. And then I wouldn't be surprised if this candle right here closes and then tries to lure more sellers, and then all of a sudden on the next candle, it's just a big bullish candle. Because you know that's just what happens. It's normal. Like this is normally how market plays out. So we'll see where it goes from here. See this big wick. In the last see in the last 20 seconds, look how big it spiked up. This is why you guys don't play around with the market when it's playing games. You just wait for it to stop playing games, and then once it starts to move smoothly, that's when you hop in. So here we go. Close below there, and then now it's going to keep bouncing back and forth. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to trade today, guys. There's really no point in getting caught in any of this market manipulation on NFP. I'll keep watching. If you guys have questions, feel free to ask away, and then I could can answer your questions. Yeah, no problem, Donnie. I figured that you were probably getting mixed up with the 1 minute, because the breakout and the 1 minute is like completely different. Let's see. Jeff said, yeah, bounced off his R1. Yeah, I saw that. All right, cool. So we'll see where it goes from here. But I don't think I'm going to take any trades, guys, because what I see happening here is I probably see it bouncing back and forth all throughout the day. I don't really see a clear movement going on. Sometimes it's a clear movement, sometimes it isn't, but we'll follow it. I'll just turn on my alerts. If I see anything worthwhile, I'll mark it up for you guys. But all these trades are going to be at your own risk, and I'm not going to be, I don't know if I'm going to be taking any. If I take them, I'll let you guys know. But for the most part, I'm happy with my profits for the week. Nice. Steven actually played around with it. Let's see. So Steven over here, he's up 2,377. Nice work, Steven. Pretty solid. Let me see, Radomir. I'll see your message real quick. So Radomir is asking, I just make sure that this isn't personal. Radomir is asking, hey, Shawn, I have a question regarding FTMO. So once I become a FTMO trader and it's time for them to send me my share of profits, do they ask me what bank account would I like the money sent to, or does it get sent to the same bank account I used to pay for the challenge? They ask you for the bank account, Radomir. You have a couple of options. You can, for me, I get paid through Skrill. So you can get paid through Skrill, or you can have a bank wire straight to your bank. So you'll give them your bank wire information, and that's how they send you the funds. I do it through because when I first joined FTMO like last year, I've been with FTMO for over a year now. I didn't really trust them because I didn't know who they were and they were new to me. So I just had them send the funds to Skrill. But now that I've been using them for over a year, they're pretty solid. I'm probably just going to do the bank wire because it's cheaper. Skrill charges a fee now. Before they didn't charge a fee, but this year they started charging a fee for money transfers. And since I'm getting big amounts of transfers from FTMO, it becomes a big because they take a percentage, which obviously it's a lot, depending on how much profit you make for that month. So yeah, Radomir, I'm not sure if you are you on the live session. Perfect. All right, perfect, Radomir. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. So yeah, you can just, once you get funded, you can give them your bank account information if you want a bank wire. I'm probably gonna switch to bank wire because I've been doing Skrill all year, but they started taking a bigger cut of my my percentage now. All right, cool. Abraham said, I know it's risky, but I scalped the sell of US 30. Yeah, no, definitely. You guys are free to trade to take the sells if you want. Just keep in mind, the risk that's involved with taking trades in that direction. But yeah, no, definitely. Steven over here, he locked in 2,377, scalping that. So nice work, Steven. If you guys have any other profits you guys want to share, go ahead and send them over. Otherwise, I'll see if there's anything that we can possibly take. I just don't see anything right now. So let's check out the fundamentals again. You can see that the fundamentals are still down the middle. It's not really one-sided yet. It's only down 9 points for the daily. The futures are still up about 46 points or 63 points, actually. It's up pretty high right now. So, just keep that in mind. Because the thing is, for the most part, you really don't want to trade against fundamentals, because if the fundamentals are really strong, then you might get caught in a huge whipsaw. Like what could happen here is this could be like a big U move. Right, comes down, kind of consolidates a little bit, and then skyrockets all the way back up. So just keep that in mind. As long as you guys understand the risk, it's fine for you guys to take trades in either direction. It's just, be aware that there's risk involved. Like nothing's going to be guaranteed. Nothing's going to be for sure. Let's see. Abraham said, we won't do a buy since it might eventually go up, or unless the confirmation. Yeah, we're waiting for the confirmation, Abraham. We don't have any entries in either direction. Like, for example, here, if I wanted to take a sell right here, I would need this to retrace up and then come back down, right, for the scalp. So there's no entry here on the 3-minute. Same with here on the 10-minute. There's like really no entry here available just yet. And then lastly, on the 1-minute, same situation. Like we need a retracement up, and then we catch it as it comes back down. But we haven't had that yet. So there's really no entry that's available at the time. But we'll see where it goes from here. Let's see. Miles said, does Skrill charge fees every time money is deposited? It's whenever you transfer to your bank account, Miles. So, or actually, I don't know. I think it's when it's deposited, actually, because I know FTMO, so you have a total that they give you for your payout, and then they tell you, oh, we need to take this percentage out for Skrill. So what they do is they generally they charge it when the money gets deposited, I think. Yeah, I think that's the case, Miles, because FTMO always asks you. PayPal has the same thing. No, PayPal has a fee too, Miles. Everything has a fee. There's nothing's free anymore, bro. I don't think they're probably never going to do Cash App. Cash App is it's a US brand, so it's a US like name. It's not really international yet. So they used to have PayPal. I don't know if they still have it, but they have Skrill, PayPal, and Bankwire. PayPal and Skrill both charge fees. I don't think Cash App does, but I know PayPal does as well, because I used to use PayPal before. But I stopped using them after they started charging fees. I mean, everyone has to get paid somehow, right? Any type of processor, they're going to try to find a way to charge people. All right, looking at the 1-minute over here, we'll see where it goes here as well. No, it's the same thing, Miles. It's not about withdrawing. It's the same thing about the whole deposit thing, because it's considered like a bank wire. If you're getting like 20,000 sent to your PayPal, they're going to want to take a cut of that 20,000, right? It's like any bank. Any bank's not just going to let you, use their services and not even a bank wire. I think a bank wire, there's still like a $50 fee, still a flat rate fee for a bank wire. I mean, I don't know if you've ever gotten a big deposit like that or a big payout from PayPal or anything like that, but they do charge. They charge a fee for everything, pretty much. Yeah, no problem, Miles. I mean, it is what it is, right? You just got to deal with it. So your goal is probably to make more profit to cover that fee. G Bond's asking, after you pass the verification, how long does it take till you get funded? I mean, it depends on your account. If you pass it during the week, then it probably takes like a day or a couple of days. If you do it during the weekend, they're not open during the weekend, so it'll probably take a little bit longer. Yonan said, Boeing plane crashed, down day for US 30. Oh shit, is that what happened? I had no idea Boeing plane crashed. Are you being serious? Yonan, or are you joking around? Because yeah, Boeing is down right now. They're down 5 points. So I'm not sure if something happened with Boeing, or if you're if you're, damn, Tesla Model S plaid caught fire while driver was at the wheel. It's crazy. I don't think Tesla's in the thing. Damn, that's nuts. What a waste, dude. That's like a 100K car for the new plaid. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, US 30, no, US 30 is back up. So Boeing is down, but US 30 is up. So as you guys can see right here, the index is up 23 points, but Boeing is the only thing that's down right now. It's down 5 points. Everything else is pretty green for the most part. Even these red stocks right here aren't that, they're not that down. Let's see where the retail traders are. Retail traders are, you can see here it's at 59%. It was at 60. What happened here was they got stopped out. Whoever entered late down here, price just ended up shooting up. You see this U shape that I drew earlier? It's doing exactly what I just mentioned, right? It came down, established a low, kind of consolidated a little bit, and then it shot all the way back up. So this shoot up right here have been, it's about 500 pips. So whoever like was in that sell is probably getting stopped out now. This is why we don't enter trades against the fundamental side. Like we always go with the bias of the fundamentals. If it shows bullish, I'm looking for buys. Even if the technicals are showing sells, I'm still looking for buys. But we just need that confirmation to the to the upside. So just looking at this here, we also have it on 3 minute right here as well. You can see this big green candle. So this is exactly, it's textbook, guys. This always happens during NFP. So as you can see, like I mentioned, there's going to be a slingshot move, right? That's exactly what happened. Price came down, kind of faked people out, came back down further. And then from here on up, it just slingshotted about 500, 600 pips. Huge push up right there. Let's see, Lisa said 3 minute signal setting. Or sorry, Lisa just deleted it. Yeah, no, I did see that too, Lisa. I saw the pending buy right there. So that's what I was looking for. But even if it was to cross above, I probably wouldn't enter the trade because it would need to be like a really strong bullish candle. I mean, if it closes pretty strong, then maybe, yeah, like that. If it closes like this, then yeah, it's a pretty solid entry. I'm not going to take it, but if you guys want to, take it at your own risk, I'll just mark it up. I don't feel comfortable taking any trades right now. All right, so here's the 3 minute scalp right there for, I mean, whoever wants to take it, feel free, but remember it's at your own risk. I'm not taking the trade myself. But we'll just follow it since this is the only trade that's available right now. I'm not taking the trade, guys. So if you guys want to take it, just remember it's at your own risk. If you do take it, I recommend using smaller lot size just to be safe, because you just don't want to get caught in like any of these unusual spikes in price, right? So we have this right here on the 3 minute. The fundamentals are still showing a bullish move. It's up 33 points right now. Looking at the actual stock index, you can see that Boeing is starting to taper off. It was down 5 points. Now it's down 4 points. The green stocks are starting to take over because you can see Microsoft is up 3 points. Salesforce is up almost 3 points. Visa is up almost 2 points. Same with Amex, Apple, Procter & Gamble, etc. The only red stock here that's really red is Boeing, but it's starting to shift to the upside. So we'll see where it goes from there. Looking at the futures, it's still sort of green. It's not very green, but it's somewhat green. But overall, for the daily, it's up 36 points right now, 37 points. But I'm not going to trade it. So yeah, if you guys want to take it, just remember it's at your own risk. Gotcha. Okay, cool. So Roland said that 3 minutes going into a sell order block. So if it's going into an order block, let me see if I can find it. Where's the order block on, Roland? Do you know if it's on the, is it on the 10 minute or a 3 minute? I just want to see where the order block is so I can draw it up. I'm trying to see if I can find it myself. Yeah, I don't see it on my screen. It might be on a different time frame, especially if the order block is on 3. I mean, I guess this could kind of be considered an order block right here. So if I draw this right here, yeah, I mean, if this is the order block you're referring to right here, Roland, I mean, it's like cutting into it right there. as we look into it. Let's see, Ivan just sent me a screenshot of the order block. Oh gosh, okay. Yeah. So this is the order block that I was able to identify right here. A lot of you guys are using the indicator. So looking at the indicator over here, it is trying to click on it. Yeah, so this is the one that that Ivan sent me. It's about the same area for that order block. It's pretty much lined up with mine over here. So this is why I don't want to take a trade, right? Because I told you guys it was like very risky. But looking at this here, so rolling as well. Gotcha. Yeah, so he drew the order block from up here. I mean, there's different types of order blocks that you guys can see. This one looked a little more clear to me, but I could definitely see this one right here too. It's just a little farther off. So yeah, this whole area right here is just a bunch of there's a lot of liquidity here. What I could see happening here is I feel like a lot of people have their stop losses placed around this area, because if you were to, let me see. So what I see here on the 1 minute is I see a lot of areas of stop loss, like right here and right here. So these two areas right here, because you guys can see that there's a lot of retail traders right here. So not 60% short. So you can see with all the retail traders here trying to sell the market, they usually, you know, if you followed any type of training for trading, you'll know that people usually tell you to put your stop loss at the previous swing, right? So the swing would be somewhere around this area right here, and then the previous swing before that would be right here. So what happens is a lot of people who enter the sells, like say if they enter something like this right here, right? They think it's going to reject off this point. They enter a sell somewhere like around here. If they enter a sell right there, where's their stop loss going to be? Right here around this area. Same situation if someone entered up here. So what usually happens is when price pushes around this area, you'll see spikes in price. Like price will either spike down or it'll spike back up. Because what happens is people either have limit orders here to enter sells. And I'm assuming that's what happened here. I'm assuming is that it established a high right here. And what happened was when price came back down, people put limit orders here so that it can fill their limit orders as it came back, because they're looking for a break and retest, right? So they saw price break structure right here, and then they're waiting for the retest right here, right? So what happens is, I mean, I'm going over different strategies, so I'm not sure how experienced you guys are over trading, but if you guys follow like a basic like break and retest strategy, this is the break right here, and this is a retest. Generally, what a lot of people do is they have a limit order right here. When price reaches this point, they just automatically enter a sell. That's why you have liquidity right here where it pushes price down. But then now that these people are in the trade, what happened now is they enter the trade here for a sell, like around this area or something like that, and they put their stop loss right here, right? So what's going to happen next is if price ends up swinging back up because the fundamentals are pointing to the upside, if price reaches this area a second time, what's going to happen is all these people's stop losses are going to get triggered, and then it's going to push it way up higher, right? So it's something to keep in mind if you guys are looking at this from that perspective. I mean, there's different scenarios that can play out, but you guys have to analyze this from all perspectives. Analyze it from a buying perspective, also analyze it from a selling perspective, even if you're only looking for buys, so that you have that upper hand when identifying, when to take a trade. So other than that, let me see over here real quick. Yeah, short scene said it's ranging on the 5-minute time frame. I could see that. It's ranging pretty much on everything. It looks like the 3-minute, 1 minute, and the 10-minute over here. It's not really pushing at all. But yeah, no, definitely. Yonan said Boeing plane crashed in the water on Honolulu. It's in Australian news. First time I've got news before you guys. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, so I didn't even realize a Boeing plane had crashed. CNBC didn't even report on it yet. Yeah, I'm surprised. Yeah, Australia got the news before us, but we don't. I guess I Google it. Let's see. Boeing crash. Yeah, we don't even have the news here. See, July 2. Yeah, it's not even on Google or anything like that. Oh, is it this one, right? No, it's 2002. Yeah, we don't even have the news here at all. Yonin. I guess you guys got the news first because we don't have anything here in the US or even on the internet. They're probably trying to keep it hush hush, or they're not trying to let people know that that crash happened. That's probably the only reason why Boeing is down 5 points right now. It's a pretty big. I mean, it's a big drop for it. Oh, here we go. Okay, so here's the news, Yonin. It just came out. Boeing cargo plane makes emergency landing on in ocean of Honolulu. So they literally just released it right now, about a minute ago. Yeah. So good thing we have our Australian brothers here. Yonin, he gave us our news before it happened. So definitely thanks for letting us know. You know, I had no idea that a Boeing plane had crashed. So yeah, I mean it just released right now, Lisa, but Yonin mentioned it like a while ago. Like I think like 10 or 20 minutes ago before any news sources had released it. So pretty interesting. All right, anyways, going back to a US 30 right here, you know, our key area right here is going to be like this point. If price ends up reaching this point right here, then we're probably going to see a skyrocket up because this is where everyone's stop losses are. And the retail trader is still short. That's perfectly fine. We want to trade the opposite of retail traders. So we'll see what happens from here. Once it swings up, we'll go through with what happens here. Thanks, Donnie. Donnie sent me a post. Yeah, so every looks like all of the news sources are barely reporting on it right now. Yeah, it's pretty interesting that the Australian news was able to report on it before everyone else. Yeah, thanks, Donnie. So thanks, Donnie. Thanks, Lisa, for everybody for your input. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, there we go with that. Yeah, you know, that's the cool thing about a lot of people here in K2 is that everyone's located in different areas. So a lot of people over here can identify, you know, exactly what's going on their side of the world. All right, see what goes from here. All right, so I don't really see anything here. If you guys have any other questions or if you guys want me to cover anything, you know, feel free to let me know. We're not in any positions right now. We do have this at your risk trade for the 3 minute that was pretty much released earlier. Well, I pretty much marked it up for you guys. I didn't take it, so it's not something that I'm really looking at. But like I mentioned here on the 1 minute, this is an area that we're looking for. If price reaches this point right here, you probably see a nice spike in price to the upside, which is, I mean, it's basically what's happening right here, right? Let me check this out real quick. I'm like tempted to enter that buy because it's starting to look like a good buy to me. Yeah, it's starting to look like a solid buy, but I'm not really inclined to take any risky trades today. Cody's here. Cody. All right. So there we go. It's pushing up to the upside. You can see that area of liquidity that I was just mentioning, right? Yeah, Shortstein just mentioned the 3 minute trade may reach full TP. I agree. If price reaches above this area right here, if it breaks above, so this is the main key that I'm looking for. I'm looking for this area over here. If price ends up crossing above this area, this is the area of liquidity. The reason for that is because a lot of people, like looking at the retail traders here, a lot of retail traders enter a short position and they're trying to keep their stop losses tight, right? Which would be right here at the previous swing. So if price reaches that point, all of their stop losses are going to get triggered and it's just going to shoot up because they're going to swap their sells, you know, in the opposite direction. So we'll see where it goes from here, but I'm not going to take any trades right now. You know, I don't feel comfortable with how the market's moving. Hey, Kenny, morning. All right, see that big push up right there. There you go. So if it pushes up there, I might just enter for a small little buy. I'm not, I mean, I'll try to let you guys know, but it's probably gonna be a really quick move. Like I'm probably just gonna enter and then exit because I want to catch that liquidity as it pushes up. So I'm just gonna be following it on my end. If I see something good, I might just hop in really quick. And when I say really quick, I mean like really quick. All right, so it's hitting the area of liquidity that I was just mentioning. All right. So what I'm probably gonna do is if I see this shoot up pretty heavy, I'm gonna enter it real quick and I'm just gonna pull out as it reaches TP. But it is a risky trade, so just keep that in mind. If you guys decide to take it, or if you guys are already in it. So let's see, Abraham, you should be in profit now. It's back in profit. But the last thing I want to do is get caught in this trap, right? That's how I'm waiting for it to close like somewhere above here. If it closes above there, then yeah, maybe I'll hop in. But right now it still looks like it's trapping people. Same with the 1 minute here. I'd be waiting for it to close above the structure above here. Once it closes above the structure, then it might be a good go. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's time yet. So it looks like it got close. So what I'm seeing here, guys, is I see a lot of people like, I'm sure you guys have taken a trade where it got really close to your stop loss, right? Like your stop loss was right there and it was so close. And then you're like, oh, it comes back down, you're relieved. And then all of a sudden you're like, okay, it's going to come back down. And then it just skyrockets immediately. So that's what I think is happening right here. That's why I'm waiting for it to close above here. If it closes above this area, then that's probably where it's going to hit some liquidity and it's going to push up to the upside. And the reason for that is because retail traders are short. I could see these people getting stopped out right now. Also looking at the fundamental side, it's pretty bullish. So it's bullish on the fundamental side. It's still bullish on the 3 minute. And it's attempting to swing back up on the 10 minute and the 1 minute as well. It's starting to shift up. So pretty much just, pretty much just waiting for this right here. Yeah, Kong, I'll check out US 30. I'll check out Euro USD for you in a little bit. I just want to wait for this to close so that I can possibly enter it for a buy over here. So I'm just waiting for it. I'm pretty much just waiting for it. I'm just going to do like a really quick scalp. I'm probably not going to go for the full move. I just quick profit. Just waiting for it. This market is. This is fine. If it drops like this is cool because we'll have the retracement and we'll have the buy swing it back up. If we get that buy swing it back up, it'll be an official entry on the 1 minute. Or not really official, but official using the strategy for the 1 minute pivot scalp. Yeah, that's cool. That's fine that we get this opposite signal right here. This is why I didn't enter right away, right? I'm waiting for that confirmation. We don't have the confirmation yet. And I was hoping it would close with that sell signal. Didn't, unfortunately. All right, I'll take a look at Euro USD since I'm not in any of these trades right now. Looks like it's going to be moving pretty slow anyway. So let's go over to Euro USD right here. This is a trade that I had marked up the other day. It was a trade for using the 4-hour strategy. I'll go ahead and analyze it from scratch. I'll take everything off the chart and I'll just show you guys how I analyze things so that you guys can see how easy it is to analyze and make moves using K2. So here's the naked chart right here. There's nothing on the chart, it's completely blank. The first thing I'm going to do is identify market structure. In order to do that, I turn on the K2SR version 2 indicator right here. And then I go ahead and draw my zones. So we got a zone up here. We got a zone right here. We got another zone right there. We got another one right there. Another one right here. Another one right there. One more right here. Down here as well. And right here. So we have all these zones right here drawn up. Next up, we need to get a lower zone, right? We need a floor. So in order to do that, I pull up the 8-hour right here. And then the floor is down here. So we got like no zones in between. Let's go back to the 4-hour. I'll go ahead and turn that off. And then I'll zoom out from this point. So just looking at this point here, you can see the market structure, right? You can see that we drew the 8-hour support from down here. Basically, price bounced off this area, came up, consolidated, came up, consolidated. You guys can see the pattern here, right? The pattern is very simple. You can see how price moves. We have consolidation, breakout downwards, consolidation, breakout downwards, consolidation, breakout downwards, right? This is why it's important that you guys draw market structure first thing before you analyze anything. Because if you have market structure drawn up, you can see the patterns. Where do you think price is right now? Price is currently in consolidation, right? So what's going to happen after this consolidation? It's either going to break out upwards or it's going to break out downwards, right? It's gonna have to go one way or the other. And that's why it's important that you guys draw this, because if you guys don't draw this, you guys will just be trading blindly. You guys can see the same pattern just repeat itself. It's consolidation, breakout, consolidation, breakout, consolidation, breakout, right? Now it's in consolidation again. Next thing we do is we turn on the momentum indicator to identify the bias. Right here, we have a sell signal, right? So our breakout is probably going to come to the downside. That's kind of what I expect happening right here. On top of that, I'll turn on the trend meter. The trend meter is overall red right now, right? So it's red right here. We turn on the pivots. It's also in a downtrend, right? It's just trending down right here. So probably what I see happening here is they'll probably consolidate for a bit, and then eventually it'll either break out upwards or break out downwards. My bias right here is going to be a sell for the obvious reasons, right? Price is in a downtrend. It's below the pivots. It's indicating a current downtrend. It's also overall downtrend right here because the trend meter is set to the intraday settings. It's set to the 30-minute, 1 hour, 2 hour, and 4 hour. So on all these time frames right now, these are all indicating a downtrend, right? The only problem here is that there's news. Today's NFP, so there was a lot of news going on today. That's why down here you can see all these news events, right? You don't like to, you shouldn't want to trade during these news events because there's news events all day. This could easily affect the market. So even though it looks like it's coming down, it can still push up. But if it does come down, this is going to be the next area of testing right here. This low right here, right? So this is pretty much the, this is pretty much what I'm looking at. Let's see. Ionin said he's in the sell as well. So let me just mark up Ionin's position right here. He said 1.85600. Yeah, I mean, you should be fine. It looks like you probably caught it as it bounced off the structure, the pivot right there. So I do think it's going to come down. However, it is NFP, so that's something to keep in mind. So my bias obviously is looking for a sell, but because it is Friday, it might not even move. It might just go sideways the entire day, and then the market will close. Then on market reopen on the 3rd over here or whatever. Yeah, what is it, the 4th? On when the market, another thing to keep in mind is that it's a U.S. holiday. It's Independence Day here in the U.S., so market's probably going to be really flat on Sunday and Monday. So we're probably not going to see much movement at all. But yeah, if you're in a sell, my bias is for a sell. It's just I wouldn't be trading right now because last thing you want to do is enter a trade, have to be stuck with it over the weekend. You come back on Sunday and that shit goes the opposite way, like the complete opposite, right? But you're in profit right now, so it looks like you're currently in profit. About like 25 pips. I would move your stop loss in profit. That's what I would recommend to be safe. But I do think it's going to come down. So just keep that in mind. Anyways, going back to US 30 over here. Let's see if I missed anything. Yeah, it's not really moving at all. We're still waiting for it to pretty much close above this area right here. If it closes above this area, then it might be ready for a possible entry. But right now, there's nothing for us to take. So let's see, Dave said, seems like most of the time price will test that low once, then move from there. Yeah, exactly, Dave. Yeah, I mean, there's areas of structure like all over this place. Let me go on the 10-minute real quick and see what I see from here. So it's currently at a resistance right now on the 10-minute. I drew my structures here on the 10-minute. Everything's still pretty solid and updated. But looking from this perspective here, it's still up 24 points. The only thing that's really bogging down the Dow Jones right now is Boeing, right? Because if you look here, there's nothing else that's really dropping. I mean, Goldman Sachs is down too, but Goldman Sachs probably has Boeing in its portfolio. So with it dropping, they usually move alongside each other. So Boeing was down like 5 points. Now it's starting to taper off because I don't think there was any deaths. It doesn't show that there's any deaths here. So it's just an accident. Yeah, they're starting to update the breaking news. Looks like it's just it was just a cargo plane. It wasn't necessarily any deaths. It wasn't like a consumer plane. It was a cargo plane. So I think now that the news is being a little, they're releasing some news and some details that's sort of positive. Boeing is starting to push back up. It was down 5 points. Now it's only down 3 points. So it's starting to shift back up. And with that said, the index is probably going to shift up as well. But I don't know. We'll see where it goes from here. There's no guarantee anything's going to go either way. It is NFP, so just keep that in mind. So there's a lot of different factors. It's NFP. It's also a U.S. holiday weekend. So there's a lot of factors that go into analyzing this here, and that's kind of why it's just consolidating, because a lot of people aren't even trading today. So yeah, I'm not in any trades. I'm pretty much waiting for a possible entry, but I don't see anything here that's available just yet. So yeah, if you guys have any other questions, feel free to ask away. I can answer any of your questions regarding any of the K2 strategies, any assets you guys want me to analyze, anything regarding FTMO, anything like that. I'm here to answer your questions. I don't think I'm going to trade today. I didn't take any trades, so we're pretty much clear for the day. And I don't think I'm going to trade at all moving forward. It's already 7:14, so we're getting towards 8, whereas usually where I log off. And with NFP today, there's no point in taking any risks, right? There's just really no point. Dave said, here's what concerns me: a surprise, which is really no surprise, news conference from Biden yucking up the job reports. Yeah, exactly, Dave. It happens. There's, Biden's going to come and say something, I'm pretty sure, in a little bit. He's going to say something probably about the Boeing crash, and he's probably going to say something about the jobs report as well, because we did have the non-farm payroll information come out. So unemployment rate actually went up slightly. It was previously 5.8. It only went up 1% or 0.1%, but it's still negative. So yeah, you guys can see US 30 is really playing right now, right? You can see the big wick right here on the 10-minute. When the market's moving like this, guys, it's not something that you guys should really play with. Like I was mentioning. So I'll just show you guys again right here how the market looks when you don't want to be in it. So like, for example, I'll mark up 630 right here. This is 630, right? You see how US 30 is just going sideways? Or it's going up, but it's going up like slowly, but it's not really having a really solid move in that direction. I'll show you US 30 yesterday. So 630 yesterday. This is what we actually want. This is why we traded yesterday. We made a lot of profit, right? See this big bullish move right here? This is how it's supposed to move. It's supposed to go directional. Right here, it's not really moving. You can see right here, it dropped and then it came all the way up and it just kept pushing up higher and higher. This is normal movement right here. This right here, where it just goes sideways, this is where you don't want to trade. We'll go to the previous day as well. This week was kind of weird because it was NFP. So, just bear with me when I'm going over this stuff, because so 630, see right here on Wednesday, see how it's a bullish move? This is where you want to trade. You want to trade when market's moving smooth like this. This is normal movement. Bullish, bullish. It's supposed to be bullish, but it's not really bullish, right? It's starting to push up. So looking at the 3-minute again, there you go. It's starting to reach that area. So I might enter this for a buy for a little bit. If it pushes up, going back to the 1-minute over here, I'm looking for it to close above for that bullish move. Once it pushes it out, then I'll probably enter for a quick little buy. So I'm just going to enter for a small one. I'm not really going for any big move or anything. I'm just manually following it, and then I'm going to see where it goes from here. So, all right, there's that area that I told you where the liquidity was, right? It's where all the retail traders had their stop losses. So now it got triggered. Now it's hitting some liquidity and pushing up. We'll see where it goes from here. So just watching. And I'm probably not going to hold it to the full move. If it pushes up even slightly and I make a couple $100, maybe $1,000, I'll probably just pull out. Not really, I'm not really looking to risk it, but it's doing exactly what we mentioned earlier, right? I mentioned it was going to slingshot up. What happened? Slingshot up. This is typical for the market to move like that. So it's slingshot from down here. You can see market open, came down to this bottom right here, and then it slingshot all the way back up to where it's supposed to go. All right, currently in profit slightly, a couple $100, nothing crazy, but there you go. Yeah, so I'm still in profit. I'm just like slow. I'm just holding on to it. It's nothing. I'm not really going for a big move at all. All right. So looking at this over here, the index is green, it's 36 points. Looking at the actual index over here, see Boeing is starting to go down. So it was down like 5 points. Now it's only down 2 points. Now that they're releasing positive information, it's starting to go where it's supposed to go. So we'll see where it goes from here. Let's see what I'm looking at. All right, so I'm slightly in profit, just watching it for a bit. All right, so technically there's like another entry right there too. Looking at the 10 minute, 10 minutes actually looking really nice now. It's looking good, looking good. Everything's looking pretty solid. I'm still waiting for this on the 1 minute to close above this this zone right here. Once it closes, then it'll be pretty solid there. All right, let me Kong says it's about time to take him to a bunker, right? Let's see where it goes from here. All right, so I'm pretty slightly in profit. I'm not like that much in profit, but I'm, you know, it's solid right now. But this area right here is the area that I was just telling you guys about, you know, regarding the liquidity. So let me just check this real quick. You can see that the shorts right here, it was 60%, now it's 59%. Reason why it went down is because people got stopped out around that area. So keep watching it. We'll see where it goes from here. Okay, let me see if there's anything else that I'm missing real quick before I move on. Let's see, Felix mentioned regarding FTMO, if I pass challenge in 8 days, we'll have to wait until 30 days to order to proceed. Also, if I pass verification, there's a 10-day minimum, Felix. You don't have to trade for 30 days. It's just 10 days. So once you pass the 10 days, you can you'll move on to the next phase. So the 30 days is just the maximum that you can trade, but it's not the minimum. The minimum is 10 days. So you just have to trade for about 10 days to pass or move to the next phase from like challenge to verification to funded. But all right, so we're just waiting for something here to play out. I mean, there's nothing really going on here. Yeah, I probably should have waited to enter this trade before it closed above the structure. I kind of entered a little early because I thought it was going to close above, but it didn't. It ended up swinging back down, which I mean is fine. We're still looking for that bullish move anyways. Let's see if I missed anything else over here. Nice. So short scene said your USD making clear zone to zone move. So going back to your USD. Yeah, it's pretty much just moving between areas. It's not really moving very much, but yeah, definitely it's moving zone to zone for the most part. All right, man. US 30 is being annoying. It's not really pushing up like I was expecting it to push up higher, but it's also my fault because I didn't wait for it to close above here. That was the area that I was looking for. I was waiting for price to close above this zone right here to confirm that bullish move. I entered a little early, like at the last second, it just came back down, but I think it's going to keep pushing up, obviously. For one, the index is green, so the index is up 23 points. For two, retail traders are on the short side, and for three, the technicals are indicating a bullish move. So we'll see where it goes from here. Let me see. Alan said, "Hey, Shawn, hoping to get back to trading next week. What order block did you mention a few minutes ago? Trying to add a good one to TradingView." A lot of us use. It's made by Nephews. His the user's name is Nephew. His is pretty solid. I mean, it's not the best, but it does its job. Alan, it's good for a confirmation. I wouldn't base your trades directly off the indicator, but it is good for confirmation. You know, if that's what you're looking for. Yeah, no problem, Alan. You can ask in the group too. Everyone uses that same one. I was going to develop one for K2, but it's kind of hard to get one that's really accurate that doesn't repaint because of the market's always changing. So I haven't worked on it, but eventually, maybe I'll probably work on it in the future because I know a lot of you guys want a good order blocks indicator. It's just I don't fully understand order blocks yet. I understand it slightly, but not 100% because it's so subjective, right? Like what I see as an order block could be completely different from other people. So looking at US 30, I mean, I'm back in profit. I'm tempted to just pull out. I'm kind of tired of holding on to this trade, but we'll see where it closes in the next couple of minutes or so. There you go, that bullish move right there. I'm in profit, pretty nice. There we go. There's that liquidity, right? I mentioned that once price closes above this area, I mean, it still hasn't closed above it, but once it closes above this area, this is where all the stop losses are triggered. So as soon as these stop losses keep getting triggered, it's just going to push liquidity to the upside. Same with right here on the 1 minute, right? If this closes above here, this is where all the stop losses are. This is where I marked up all the retail traders who are short. Their stop losses are placed in that area. So now price is just going to be shooting all the way up because it's triggering stop losses as we see it here. When it swings back up, I'm probably just going to pull out because I'm kind of tired of holding this, and I kind of just want to call it a day because it is 7:30. So I'm just going to watch it and see where it goes from here. But you guys will hear my MT4 when it closes out. All right, we got about a few seconds on this candle here. There he goes. It pushes back up. Let's see. All right, come on, hit that CP already. All right, there we go. Watch me, dude. Freaking wicks. Man, I was already up 1,000. I should just freaking close down. You guys can see how uninterested I am with this position. So came back down. Stupid. I thought I was gonna push all the way up. Because what happens is I close out early and then shoot straight to TP. It happens all the time, which is freaking annoying. It's so annoying, but whatever. Just gotta wait for it now to swing back up. I should just close out. I was already in profit a couple thousand, like 1,500, close to 2,000. Here I am stuck in this position. It's all good. And you can see it's trying to break above here, but it keeps having trouble when it reaches over here. You know what I think? I see a lot of retail traders. They probably try to enter for they're trying to catch that swing up. So they catch it as it swings up, and then they just enter sells. And then what happens is they push it back down. Looking at the retail traders over here, let's see if the numbers shifted at all. Still 59%. Nothing's changed. I'm still watching them. I'm tempted to just pull out, but we'll see. Yeah, so Dave said Biden is speaking soon. And that guy Biden, that dude always screws up the market. He's like worse than, he kind of seems a little worse than Trump, man. Trump was like, he was something else, but this dude's even worse in some instances. All right, I'm in profit about $1,000 right now. So there he goes. It pushes up right there. Oh, give me that bullish move. There we go. A little higher. A little higher. All right, I'm out. Fuck this. All right, I'm out of the position, guys. If you guys want to hold on to it, feel free. I don't really want to mess with it. I'm kind of tired of holding it, especially with how the market's moving. It's probably gonna hit TP. Don't get me wrong. It's probably gonna hit TP, but there you go. See, as soon as I entered there, as soon as I exited, this thing skyrockets up. It never ceases to fail me. But whatever. I made about 1,000 on my account, on both of my accounts. So, man, I'm not gonna do it. I was thinking about re-entering because I'm so greedy right now. I want to make another $100 to get it above the 1,000 mark. There you go, full TP, guys. So whoever caught it, big congrats to you guys. Full TP off that. I'll give you guys an update right now on that. I'll give you guys some of these horns you guys have been waiting for. So there you go. Great TP off that. I'll send you guys my profits as well shortly. Let's see if I could. Let's see. All right, so I'll send you guys a little screenshot of this to show you guys the trade there. Yeah, so great work amongst you guys here who took the position. You know, played out pretty nicely, pretty solid for the most part. Let's see, Maddie over here too. Maddie pulled in 1,597. Nice work, Maddie. Pulled out early too. Twan over here locked in a total of 788. Nice work, Twan. Yeah, if you guys have profits you guys want to send over, feel free to send them over, and then I'll add them to the list. Simtax over here as well. Simtax made about 222. He said consistency with K2 is easy. Definitely, Simtax. Congrats, bro. Yeah, great profit amongst all you guys here. Straight wins for everyone here. EW as well. EW said hit the mouse pad by accident, got out of that one, sell too early, but got back in. So she made 2,625. Nice work, EW. Yeah, you and your sister Brittany have been killing it. Tyler over here as well. Tyler's up 472. Nice work, Tyler. Yeah, so you guys are doing pretty solid. I mean, everyone here is doing pretty good so far overall. Yeah, I mean, you guys are doing great. Larkin too. See, Larkin's 550. Nice work, Larkin. Yeah, great work, everybody. So, I mean, yeah, we'll see where it goes from here. Other than that, let me just send you guys my profits as well, so that you guys can see where I'm at. Or actually, let me give you guys a little update in the group for you guys who caught that with me. All right, solid. So yeah, definitely great profit off that. I'll send you guys my profits as well. So there's where I locked in about 1,000. So about 900 off that, then about same thing off the other. So nice NFP profits. NFP profits during US 30 scalp. All right. All right, lied. I re-entered the trade. Oh man, I'll show you guys right now what I did. I didn't realize my I accidentally hit mute on my thing, so you guys couldn't hear my MT4 on accident. But anyways, looking at this here, so you know how I mentioned I was like, oh, I'm feeling greedy. I hate being under 1,000, guys. Like I'm like at 931. So you guys, what I did right now. So I actually re-entered really quick when it shot back up, and then let's see, want freaking FTMO. Load up yet? All right, my MT4 is loading right now. I re-entered for like a couple $100 because you know the greedy me. Of course, I can't be under 1,000. Man. Oh no! All right, there we go. So I entered that trade a second time right here. I literally locked in another one. So yeah, I was technically at like 900 right here, and then 931. This is how I know I got to log off, guys, because I'm starting to get greedy. You know, I hate closing under, like I hate making under 1,000 for the day. So what I did was I re-entered the trade right here, and then now I actually made more, so I could be above that 1,000 mark. So there you go. I was at like 900 right here. And then I was like, nah, man, I need to get above 1,000. So I did that. I'm like 1,155. And then on my other account, I'm up 1,169. So for today, I'm up about 2,000, a little over 2,000. And, you know, that's just an indicator that I need to log off because I'm getting greedy. So let me just give you guys, let's lock in at least. Man, this thing cracks me up, guys. Because I mean, that could have ended horribly, right? Because it came right back down. It could have ended horribly, but the greedy me, I definitely, I need to log off. All right, anyways, let me just give you guys the little update right here. Okay, let me save this. Why did I do that? Yeah, this was supposed to go under here. All right, so let me just go over here real quick. It's still shooting up. Like, so if you guys follow me from earlier this morning, I did mention that this that it was going to be bullish, right? I was like, okay, it's going to slingshot back up because the fundamentals are pointing to the upside. There's no reason for it not to slingshot up. And what happened? It slingshot all the way back up. So if you guys follow my analysis, I'm pretty on point with my analysis. If I think something's going to go one way, odds are it's probably going to go that way. So Sisu sent this Homer Simpson picture right here. It's a greedy Homer. Yeah, definitely great work, everybody here. Nice. Okay, cool. So it looks like a lot of you guys re-entered. So Miles said Biden tends to go full return a lot. I agree. Dave's asking for the R2 pivot. Dave, ask Jeff. I don't know Dave's stuff. Like, I don't know Jeff's pivot, so you probably want to ask him. So let me see if there's anything else here. Maddie said, "Oh, I would have done the same." Yeah, exactly. I hopped in, man. I don't know. There's something about like being under 1,000 where I'm just like, man, I really cut myself short, because I did cut myself short. I exited that trade like way too early because I just didn't feel comfortable, which is a smart move. But I was like, man, it was going to shoot up. So thankfully, I re-entered, locked in, over 1,000 right there for both my accounts. So pretty solid right there. You guys saw what I made yesterday. Yesterday was like in the 6,000 range. So like, or no, not yesterday, the day before that. Today and yesterday was about the 2,000 range. So like, for example, if you put that in perspective, like I mentioned, if you guys look at the long-term goal, if you lock in like 4,000 a day times 5 times 4 times 12, that's like almost $1 million right there. So consistency and, not losing trades are very key if you guys want to compound your account over time. So looking at this here. Jason as well. Jason looks like he locked in some solid profits. Yeah, Mr. locked in hella profits off that. So nice work, Jason. And he re-entered as well. He re-entered like 3 times. So he made a couple thousand off that. Before I continue. All right. So let me just see what I missed over here. Let me scroll over here. Hamidi said, Meetsy bro, made 1,200 just buy re-enter. Nice, Hamidi. Yeah, so a lot of you guys did re-enter with me to cover the rest of the trade. Looks like Hamidi made another extra 1,200. Congrats, Hamidi. If you guys have profits you guys want to send over, feel free to send them in the group or send them to me personally, and then I'll add them to the list for for all of the profits for the day. Nice, yeah. So Abraham, you're up too. Yeah, you should be up because you entered right there and you probably hit the full TP. So definitely nice work on that. Delmus said, good morning, everyone. Today's my first Zoom call. Didn't expect much because of NFP, but I caught that buy, so I'm happy about that. Wish I would have held though, but greed will get you in trouble. Exactly, right, Delmus? Greed could have got me in trouble right here because they dropped all the way down. So what I recommend, guys, is just call it a day. It's NFP. Market's starting to move kind of funky. It did do exactly what I mentioned. I said, the fundamentals are pointing to the upside the entire day. It was literally green all day, but the technicals kept pushing down. So I was telling you guys it's going to slingshot at one point. What happened was it established a low right here and it slingshot all the way back up where it was supposed to go. So, analysis that I marked up today played out perfectly as it normally does. So definitely great work amongst everyone here. And yeah, definitely done this. I think next week will be a lot more smoother. It's just, right now it's just NFP. So that's how the market's moving. Gene Vaughn over here. Nice work, bro. Looks like you locked in some pretty solid profits off of US 30 over here. Congrats. Add that to the list. Eric as well. Eric's up about 600, 700, close to 1,000. So nice work, Eric. So all you guys here did pretty solid so far. Definitely, William. Awesome, awesome. No, definitely. Glad to see everyone profiting here. So I'll just go over everyone's profits real quick before we wrap up the session. Nice. Shawn, again, right here. Some big profits amongst everyone over here. Pretty solid. So looking at everyone's profits here for the, not just the day, but for the week, we haven't really had any losses. So like Gene Vaughn up, he has 2 profits right here. Looks like up almost over 2,000 right here. Eric over here up about 600, 700. Jason up about 1,000 right there. Larkin up to 550 right here. Tyler up about 472 right here. EW up about 2,625 right here. Semtax up 225 right here. Tuan up 788 right here. This is all from just today, guys, literally from today. Blends over here. Maddie, he's up about 1,597 for the day. Steven up 2,377 for the day. Cheryl up 462 for the day. Charles over here up 20,000 for the week. Wow, amazing, guys. So definitely great profits amongst everyone else over here. Adele said, looks like RR is very bad, bigger risk than the return. I mean, it's only bad if you don't know how to trade, right? Obviously, we know how to trade here. We've been doing this every day for like the past 3 years. So, I mean, I don't know who you learn from, bro, but R&R is in everything, right? If you know how to trade, R&R doesn't really matter. If the strategy works, strategy works. So, I mean, I don't know. Honestly, a lot of people always come in here and say that, but bro, I can show you profits from every day. You know, I could pull up any day you want. What day do you want, Adele? You want me to pull up May 2nd, right? 3,000 for the day. Adele for the day. We barely lose here, bro. So, you know, if the strategy works, there's nothing wrong with it. I can pull up any day that you want here. What do you want? March 10th. All right. We got profits here as well, right? Mostly wins here. You can see all blue, right? So that thing here, guys, is if you guys know how to trade, you know, R&R isn't everything. A lot of people get caught up in the R&R. They like to go for like people like to do this. They like to go for like 1 to like 500 or something, right? Like that. But what happens? People who trade like this, they lose like almost like majority of the time. They have like one big win. It covers it back to break even, but it doesn't really balance out, right? R&R is it's important if you don't have a good strategy. If your strategy doesn't have a good win rate, then yeah, R&R is going to be important. But we have a high win rate right here. I mean, if you look at all of the of all of our trades here, I mean, you look at what we've done for the past couple months. So let's see. I'll just pull it up real quick for you guys right here. We have so many profits here. I can't even get to the trades. So for the month, for the year of 2021, we have 200 wins and 26 losses, right? So that's exactly, you know, what's our win rate here? Win rate here for the year is 226 trades. So 200 divided by 226. We have an 88% win rate here. So, you know, obviously our win rate here is really high. June, 48 wins, 1 loss. Like, you know, I'll take that risk if we only have 1 loss for the entire month. For May, 51 wins, 2 losses. And I'm just showing you guys, right? Because the thing is, we get a lot of people who like, that's like the main thing, right? They trade just price action, or they trade like a certain way. But there's no one way to trade. There's multiple ways to trade. If the strategy works, then it works. So yeah, no, definitely, you know, and, you know, no, I could definitely see, you know, where you're coming from. Cause you mentioned, you know, true, the strat works, looks like it, trust you go wondering, the drawdown is so big. The thing is, you haven't learned other strategies, right? You have to go around and learn other things. Like for me, I've been trading for a long time, so I know different types of ways to trade. This is what I find to work more consistently and long-term. So looking at this here, I mean, this is, you know, this is just the way that we trade. And obviously if it works, you know, don't fix something that's not broken. But yeah, no, definitely, Adele. You know, we're welcome to have you here. You know, if you keep following us, you'll see how we trade here and you'll see the accuracy. But, you know, what I always recommend to people is to have an open mind. Just because we have a different risk to reward doesn't mean that it doesn't work or that it's a bad strategy. It's just that it's, Adele said, just wondering, someone like me with a low account can take big risks. I mean, you don't have to take big risks. You could add that account, right? So for example, Adele, if you were trading with us every day for June, right, you'd have 48 wins. If you're trading 1% risk, you'd be up 48%, right? So what I'm trying to say is, that's an excuse that a lot of people like to use too. They like to use the excuse that they have a small account that they can't trade this right here, right? There's people here who have small accounts who profit just as well, right? So if I go over here, I'm trying to find someone with a small account. I'm not trying to point anybody out, but there's people here who like Semtex, he made like 200 bucks off here. There's people who make even smaller profits here. So there's really no excuse to be profitable here. It's just, it's consistency. You just keep winning and you avoid losses, and then you end up, growing. Semtex over here up 124, EW up 164, Rick up 42. It just really depends on how you take the market. So nice. No, definitely, Adele. Yeah, and I'm not trying to attack you. I'm just trying to make it clear, right? Because a lot of people here, we've been doing the same thing for like years now, and it's been working. So, if you have a small account, it's fine. You'll keep growing it. Just keep applying it, being consistent with the strategy, with the risk management, and you should be fine. Because the thing is, I know the risk management kind of sucks. It's 1 to 2, right? So the thing is, if we win 2 trades and you lose 1, you're at break even. But the thing is, we win like 40 trades and lose 1 trade. So, the balance there doesn't really make sense. It's worth taking the risk. But yeah, no, definitely. So these are our results for this, for the month so far and for the year. And, it's just going to keep getting better. A lot of people struggle during the summer, but, obviously if you follow, if you've been with us for a while now, you guys will see that your account will continue to grow over time. And one thing that you might want to look into, Adele, is if you have a small account, you want to make bigger profits, like a lot of other people here, just use FTMO, right? A lot of us here use FTMO. And then if you have consistent profits, you can use those profits to fund your personal account. That's just another route to take. So Isaac over here, nice, up 565 here. Yeah, no, everyone's doing pretty solid. Everyone's doing pretty good. Gene Vaughn right there, pretty solid. Salarm over here too. Salarm's up 2,377. Nice work, Salarm. And then today as well, about 300 right there. Nice work. So yeah, if you guys have any other profits here that you guys want to send over, feel free, and then I'll add them to the profit list at the end of the day. So other than that, yeah, no problem, Adele. I'm here to help you out. I'm here to help everybody out. I want everyone here to be profitable. There's no excuse for anyone to not be profitable because everyone here is profiting, right? And if you guys have any questions, just feel free to reach out. Don't be scared. Don't be shy. I want to make sure that you guys actually understand this stuff and that you guys can, you guys can excel like the rest of the group here. All right, guys. So if there's anything else, you guys can ask your questions now. Otherwise, I think I'm going to call it a day. It's already 7:46. I'm pretty happy with my profits for the day so far. Here, let me just see what I did so far today. I locked in a total of 1,155.96 cents plus 1,169.55 cents. So I'm up 2,325 for the day, which is not bad for a Friday. Usually I don't even trade on Friday. So this is just extra change basically for the day. And I'll send you guys my profits for the week as well. So profits for the week, I'll just send you one for like one of my accounts. Yeah, let me just send you real quick. Because like, just keep in mind that I didn't really trade much this week, right? I traded, I traded decently, but nothing too crazy. I traded just enough for the most part. So here, I'll show you guys my my trades for the week right here. So you guys can see my consistency, right? I have all wins. I just have one loss on Tuesday, but literally all wins. I'm up like 14,000 on this account or 15,000 for the week. And I only took like 2 or 3 trades a day. Like if you guys have been following me, I take like 1, 2 or 3 trades a day, right? So here are my results for the week. Like, I don't like showing my results because it's not impressive, right? Of course I'm going to do well. I'm teaching you guys how to trade. And if everyone else is doing well, obviously I'm going to do like 10 times better, right? Because this is my strategy. This is pretty much my trades for it's not even the entire thing, but this is what I could fit on the screen. These are my trades for the week, no losses, for a total of about 15,000 for just this week, right? This is just one account. I have 2 accounts. So if you think about it, I made about 15K for 2 accounts, right? So like 15K times 2, so at 30K. Or so here, I'll do the actual number. So 14,674 plus 76 cents. So times 2, because I have 2 accounts. That's about 30,000 for the week. You multiply that 4, I'm like well over 100K for the month, right? So a lot of people like to ask me, how much profit did you make this month? I mean, do the math, guys. Just go and look at my profits here. But I'm telling you guys that this is not what I want to portray. Like, because obviously what I do, I know what I'm doing. But what's impressive is when you see other people that I teach here, and you see all the people here locking in just as well as much profits, right? Like everyone here is locked in at about the same amount. So this is what I would consider impressive. If you guys see me able to transfer my knowledge and my skills, my education to these other traders, you know, everyone here is killing it, guys. There's no point for no one to not be killing it. And that's why I don't really show my profits. Oh, it's my bad. Oh, it's Josh. I was like, who put this this GIF here? It was Josh. But yeah, this is K² profits for the NFP trading week. So yeah, these are pretty, and this is during NFP, guys. A lot of people have horrible NFP weeks, right? I had a pretty great NFP week. I mean, every week for us is great here because I just, you know, I know what I'm doing. So this is what I made for the week. You know, you multiply that by 2 because I have 2 accounts. You multiply that by 4 because we have 4 weeks in the month. You know, I mean, this is realistic, guys. I all these trades I took with you guys here, I did live with you guys. If you guys want to go back and watch all the live sessions, I haven't had any losses except for Friday. I mean, from Tuesday, which I did cover. So let's see. Enzo's asking, how do I get access to your strategy? If you want access to the strategy, just go to k2trades.com right here. Click on K2 strategy course right here, and then you'll get access to the K2 indicators and the strategies to learn exactly what I do here. And you can profit just as well as everyone else in the group, right? But yeah, you guys can see there, like I'm really good with my accuracy. I rarely lose. So this is how it adds up to. But yeah, guys, so other than that, I think that's it for the day. I mean, if you guys have any questions, you know, feel free to reach out on Telegram or email. I have a ton of emails to get through today. So if you guys email me, it's probably going to take a couple days for me to get back to you. I'm also not going to be here for the weekend. Kyle's getting married. So if you guys know Kyle in the group, not Kyle Jobs, the other Kyle. So I know a lot of you guys were asking if Kyle was getting married yesterday. There's like, we have a couple Kyles in the group. There's like Kyle Bacon, there's like Kyle Amarazo, there's Kyle Jobs. So Kyle's getting married this weekend. I'm gonna be at his wedding tomorrow. I'm actually gonna head down there today, San Diego, to attend his wedding tomorrow. So definitely, guys, if you guys have questions, you know, feel free to reach out. And like, you know, like I mentioned, guys, you know, we're a family here at K2. You know, I'll go to your wedding if you guys invite me to your wedding. Kyle invited me to his wedding, so I'm going to his wedding. So yeah, definitely, guys. Have a great weekend. If you guys have any questions, you know, reach out. I'll try to get back to you guys whenever I can. But definitely have fun. Be safe. It is 4th of July weekend, so we're probably not going to trade very much. We're not going to trade on Sunday. We're probably not going to trade on Monday. We might trade an Asia session. So other than that, guys, have a great weekend. Be safe, and I will catch you guys back here on Market Open next week. So catch you guys till then.